Hey, it's MK, and I am here with another Baby Got Scraps layout for you guys, and these are the scraps that I will be working with today. I have 4 photos of when Grandma came and visited us for the weekend, and we had a fun, crafty weekend. So I thought these wood pieces from Some Assemblage Required are absolutely perfect. So I have the title Crafty. I have science, I think it's science speak or something with the word genius, and then under construction, little bits and pieces left over from what I haven't used. I have this little charm from one of the monthly boxes, which I think was April's monthly box, and then these leftover cut out stars from the Cocoa Vanilla collection that I used, I want to say on Sunday for Stretch the Sketch, and those are my leftovers. I also have this Close to My Heart paper, which is the same as my larger bit that came from a super old Close to My Heart collection. I've got this blue and yellow paper from Simple Stories, this gray and blue paper from Simple Stories, a plain white, it's actually off-white, I think it's called Mink from Close to My Heart, so it's double-sided. I'm going to use the lighter side for what I want to use. I have this Cocoa Vanilla wood grain from one of the boy collections, as well as this star border that I just could not throw away, and it matches the files or the stars that I actually fussy cut. So I really like that too. And then this large border that I didn't realize had a pink oopsie, so I'm going to flip it over and try to cover that up because I need to make a 6-inch or a 12 by 12 piece of paper or a 12 by 12 layout out of these scraps. So the first thing I'm going to do is fill in the gap for the border using this wood grain. And at first I thought about putting the wood grain on top of the border and then maybe distressing it or something, but the border was so skinny as it was that I really didn't see it necessary to do that. So I decided to just glue the border on top of the wood grain, and now I have a panel that works really well and fills in the gap, but I'm still not covering up that pink oopsie on my green paper. So I'm going to go ahead and punch out from this scrap of mink cardstock, which I think came from another layout that I made into an 8.5 by 11. I believe that's where that scrap came from this month. So I just have my little box next to me with all the other scraps that I can use if I need to for occasions like this. And I thought, you know what, we're doing something crafty, we're doing something that actually, I don't want to say makes sense, but that was the first thing that I was going to say. So the notebook punch actually made sense to me. And I went ahead and ripped the edge and scuffed it up a little bit with my edge distresser just to give it a little bit of interest. And now I love my 12 by 12 piece of paper. So I'm going to use the rest of my scraps, even though they are mismatched and all over the place. I'm going to use them to mat my photos. At first I thought, I'm not going to mat my photos. But then once I started trimming my photos down and realizing that these all would match and the colors are perfect, they actually go with the different types of stars that are on the border, because the stars don't match either. So I thought it was perfect. I'm also talking to a friend on Messenger. So it's actually Janet. Everybody should know that by now. So if you see my hands go a little wonky, I do talk with my hands, in case you're curious. Whether people can see them or not, I still talk with my hands, you guys. I'm slowly learning ALS. I have always wanted to learn ALS. And so I'm getting more and more used to actually talking with my hands and using the signals with the words that I'm saying. So it's a process, and it's just something I've always wanted to learn, you guys. So that is something about me that you didn't know. Anyways, so this is just a cute little trip. Grandma came over for the weekend, a Friday and a Saturday, and she took off on Sunday. We went to Joann, picked out a bunch of stuff that would be fun. My son picked out this cool little Halloween house that was basically a punch out, paint, and put together. And so he put it together and then decided to paint it that way because then he thought it would use less paint. My daughter picked a jewelry box and she was going to paint and put stickers on it and whatnot. My mother-in-law picked out a bunch of little Well, she picked out rocks so she could paint rocks. She picked out little wood pieces that were different colors. And then she picked out some floral bits so she could make like a wall plaque for Thanksgiving. And then I was painting Halloween cupcakes that I thought turned out super, super cute. So we all had a different craft, but we were all using paints and goodies like that to just have fun with. And I just thought I thought it was great. And to be honest, my mother-in-law is really a crafty genius. But where I put the title is kind of to make fun of what my son is doing in the bottom photo, which it looks like he's licking his paintbrush, but he's really not, you guys. I showed the picture to my son and he's like, "Why am I licking a paintbrush?" I said, "You're not. You were just not wanting to get your picture taken." And so it was just great. But I'm definitely going to utilize that blank space, that negative space in my photo to smack my title right in the middle of all of these photos because I just love our dining room table and how big it is, and everybody can just do their own project and just share supplies, have a blast, and it is so fun. And everybody thinks I'm crazy, but in all honesty, I did purposefully buy a white table because we do crafts on it. I love seeing, and I know this is crazy insane, you guys, but I love seeing my daughter's fingernail polish in certain spots. I love seeing the dings when my husband's trying to fix something of one of the kids and he needed to get a little Western on it, so it's got a little dent in it. I love seeing the sparkle from something that, like when the kids have to make something for school and it has to have texture or dimension, we usually add glitter to it. Plus I have an abundance of glitter, so why not, right? And I just really do enjoy the artwork that my table is becoming because every one of them is a memory, and it is just so fun. Seeing what's on my table. Every now and then it does wipe up. Some of the stuff wipes up, but like my daughter's fingernail polish is not there. I've got green paint from, I think, some sort of molecule that we were making. And my kids are always saying, "Oh gosh, Mom, I'm so sorry." There's nothing to be sorry about. Seriously, I bought the table white for this specific reason. In fact, when my husband first saw that I picked out a white table, he's like, "You realize we have 5 kids, right?" And I was like, "I know. Can you imagine how gorgeous this table is going to be when they're done playing arts and crafts on it?" And he just shook his head like, "You've got to be kidding me." But I love it. It's a memory in the making. Seriously, I absolutely love my dining room table, and I love it's got glue on it from when my husband and my youngest son actually do their model cars. It's just so fun, you guys. It really is. So, of course, now I've got a memory of Grandma coming in and hanging out with us and whatnot, and it was just so fun watching her create all of these different bits and pieces. I still have the rocks sitting on the bench that is in my gear garden. So it's just fun that she left the rock. She painted one for each kid, and then the kids were actually supposed to take it across the street to hide in and among for people to find. They're hidden rocks, I think is what they're called, or something like that. And you either find it and put it in a different location for somebody else to find, or you find it, take it home, and keep it forever type of stuff. So it's just super fun. So she had a blast doing all that, and then she picked out a couple projects to take home to her younger grandkids and play with that. So I'm actually going to journal. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So I didn't have a whole lot to say, so I'm going to just journal about how the fact that Grandma came down for the weekend and just did arts and crafts with us, and it was just so much fun. The kids had a blast, and we love making messes. Honestly, it's just so much fun. All right, you guys, so that is my crazy layout that I have. Look at my son licking his paintbrush. That is crazy. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. I truly, truly appreciate it. Down below, I have lots of links for everyone else that is playing along with Baby Got Scraps. They don't play all the time, but it is fun to go check out and see who all is playing along, or just go check out new channels to subscribe to. It is really super fun. All right, with that being said, you guys, thank you so much again for hanging out with me, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.